Welcome to Hair Tree's Puzzle House, a calm and relaxing puzzle game about rearranging objects. We go through the little door, and here's our kitty purring near a tree, and there's a little block with a little leaf. We must take the leaf away to reveal a little code, C, A, F, G. And then we press a tree. I presume that's the tutorial. And in this box, there is a little house. Well, if we put the house together, we get F, E, C. And that's the second part of the tutorial, I presume. Well, we've solved what's in the box. And there she is, with a tree on her head. And we can go to the sides, I assume, to more puzzles. Yes, there are some numbers on the wall, some plants, and some kitties under the table. Let's go to the kitties. Can we stack the kitties in some way? Put them together next to each other to make patterns? Okay, so we can place them wherever we want. They don't have to even be on the floor. So we can see if this makes any shapes. I mean, it for sure makes shapes. But we need letters. So this kitty, it only has one shape at the bottom. Kind of look like it could be a C. And if we stack it on here, we do get a letter C. And actually the bottom of that kitty, this looks like it could form a D if we just, put another shape. So they form a little tower. And then the last one is F, C, D, F. Thank you, very tall kitty. Kitty puzzle solved. Let's have some coffee? No, apparently coffee is not a puzzle. So let's grab some leaves from the plants, apparently. Poor plants. And then we can play with the leaves. They have holes. So I assume once again we'll be able to stack them together to form a pattern. I can already see something looking like a C on this top leaf. Oh, but they can change. Like, we can make a nice P, however, P is not an option for our selection of letters. So we have to figure out how they come together. So it feels like the black leaf is some sort of a background here. And then the rest of the leaves always seem to stack in a specific order. Oh, if we put it like that, it kind of looks like 4B, then 3E, 2F, and 1I. Okay, so it's just a stack them nicely together puzzle. So it's I, F, E, B. So it is. Well, let's look at the other pile of leaves. Those ones have shapes, and there is one tip that's been taped to the top, so we can presumably match this one missing the tip here. And that kind of goes around the number. So I wonder, do we have to put other gaps around the numbers? This way, they'd actually circle a number, and they can circle the numbers here. So we get a selection of numbers, no letters, but our letters are arranged in a 3x3 grid, so we can then just press them in this order. So G, A, C, D. There we go. So what else is a puzzle here? The little flowers from the top of this plant. We have utterly destroyed those plants. And now we can make ourselves a little coffee. The mug is broken and the coffee is made out of some weird blob shapes. Okay, well, let's arrange the blobs. If we overlay them like this, they seem to form some letters. So we just have to find the right combinations of overlays. I can already see some letters forming, yes. A, C, H, I. They're tasty alphabet coffee. I think the tree indicates that that's everything in this room, so we can continue on to the room with the little fishy and the little cat ball. Okay, we gotta stack some things. And we get, this opens, and there are little shapes inside. We've gotta figure it out, so we can place the pieces back on here to potentially see something. Right, we can see things that look like numbers, 4 and 3, if we get this just right. And then 2 and 1 at the bottom. Yeah, so if we just stagger them, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one solved. What's this little piece of paper? We get some sort of broken up see-through piece, and then the letter E is in a square. Can we arrange this in some other way, right? Obviously it fit around the letter E, but it may fit around in some other way if we stack other elements, because there's circles, there's little stars. Maybe they don't all go on top of each other. Maybe we have to match some different edges together, but not in the way it was originally put together. This might be some sort of path we need to arrange, because I played another one of those games and that was one of the things. So in that case, yeah, we would want the dot to end up on one of the letters. And then we want to find a way to connect it to, yes, a path that would continue around the letter grid. So we get this and this. Yes, and that gets us a path that then leads to a tree, which means we go C, F, I, H, G, B, A, B, tree. Are those little bottles a puzzle? Well, we can move the liquid in between them, and now we get a bottle with more liquid that's made out of shapes. Can we stack the little dots? Yes, we can. Although unclear right now what this gives us. Well, we have to think about how will this information align with our letter grid, right? We are unlikely to form letters, but we may be able to form like number of dots landing on specific squares. But the dots have different sizes, which kind of indicates that some of them go together in a way, and potentially even the order of them. Like this could form, the big dot would be 1, and then we could arrange the 2 dots that are just one size smaller into a 2. Then this dot, yeah, goes with those other 2 dots, forming a 3. And then finally, those dots form a 4. So it's H, D, B, F. There we go. How about the little fishy? No, the fishy's not ready. We have to solve more puzzles. Some sort of hole in the wallpaper. We've got a bunch of pieces up, but we only moved this cutout here to see if we can find a pattern in this area. It looks like it can form some sort of 3D looking shapes. So we just have to find letters that I can make. Like this, E, C, F. Couple more puzzles in this area. So we have this little tree in the vase that we've now broken up once again. We really like coming here and just breaking things. Okay, little branches with different things on them. So once again, we can look at overlaying things or making them match together. I can see some numbers forming if I put the little dots over the leaves. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. One more puzzle left, so maybe now we can visit the fishy. Nope. The mouse hole? Yeah, we visit the little mouse hole. We go deep in. There's more puzzles in this room. There's another fishy. Have to turn on the glowing mushroom so we can see. Oh, what happened to those snakes? They've been chopped up. Well, we can try and put them back together. Even the tail fits in the mouth. Okay, so I can see when we do this, there's a letter E. But yeah, we may have to rearrange it so they form more circles. And then we get E, H, F. There you go, little snakes. There's some pictures on the wall with little worms and butterflies, or a moth with a tree on their head, because this game really likes to put trees on heads. I presume we can overlay this into a path or a grid. Presumably the tree will be at the top the same way as it's on the top of our letter grid. And then is the G where the G is on the grid as well? And the C is where the C is on the grid? Because then that gives us, I guess, the path here. And that's G, H, I, F, E, D, A, B. Yes, and the C is just left by themselves. Can we talk to this fishy? Can we have a fishy puzzle? Yes, okay. So, well, we can overlay this fishy on various things here. See if it forms anything. Well, we'd have two other fishy shadows. So, can the fishy go in between? Yeah. So then we get D, I, E. And that's everything in this little mouse hole area. So there seems like there should be another puzzle in this area based on the tree indication, but nothing seems to be interactive because this is a separate area and it has everything solved. Well, I guess we can just go to the next place and I'll come back to find it. There's just a dark thing on the floor and we have a house with many windows. We can open them all up. There's a darkness in here. Is that the kitty? Yes, it is. We've found him. Well, we've got some misshapen kitties on those pieces of paper. I assume they can help us make some kitty letters and solve this puzzle. But this space here, it looked like it could maybe form a C, but I don't see something that to put there to then make a C together. We can underlay them. And actually, if there's a hole in this piece that then goes over some cat eyes, so maybe that's the clues. Like if we fit the little cat faces in the little holes, then it will all match up together. Yes, it will. Can't obscure the kitty faces. Yes, we need the little kitty faces poking out. So it's F-I-A. Indeed. Any other windows? There's a button. Okay. That made the tree disappear from the chimney. And now there is a little bird piece, but nothing for us to do. Well, there's another button. Now there's smoke coming out. Oh, a rain cloud. And now this black thing in the corner has changed. Now it's got patterns. And we've got to use this device here. Find... numbers. Once again, gives us an order. So I, C, G, E, A. We've sprouted something. Sometimes the things come out of the windows and sometimes there are puzzles in the windows. So now we got a house with the front that comes off and then 3 pieces that could potentially go inside. And then when covered up with those windows, they will form something. So we just have to find the right arrangement for what they could form. Okay, so this here could potentially be an A if it's in the high, or an H and an I there. Okay, so we just need to position this middle piece and then we get H, C, I. Another kitty picture. This one doesn't do anything. That's another piece and this. Okay, so it's a bunch of pieces that we can now put together. There are little places on the floor that are marked up, so potentially we're just looking to match the things with those, but in a way that will then come together. They are ordered in a specific way as well, so that will probably tell us something about what's in the front, what's in the back. This way we get a C, so that's helpful. This way we get an A, and this way we get an F, so C, A, F. So that's almost every puzzle except the screen. Oh, Kitty! What'd you do? He ate the fishy. Well, now we just get some fish bones, and we get lots of pieces so we can put together some letters. Okay, well, this at the end can form an E. If we stack all of those here, can be an H here, potentially. Actually, this looks like a better place for this E, considering those little bone here. So then, maybe those curved pieces go at the end, because that's a B. And that together is an A. So we get A, H, E, B. Everything's shaking. What's going on, Kitty? What'd you do this time? She's here, of course, because we haven't done anything on this screen. There's a crack. Oh, and we can move lots of little pieces. But actually, I can already see some letter shapes in those cracks, so we just have to remove, yes. And then we get D, C, I. Is she okay? Girl? Oh no. She's split in half, like the house. And yes, now we're back to that house that's split in half. Can't move it. Close the box and slowly back away. Ah, now the world is all clacked apart. So we can still put something together here? No, she just looks upon it. And that's the end, with her little tree on her head. We press on the little door. And that's it. Yes, this screen is for just replaying the puzzles. And this screen is for solving the credits. Yes, test players, sound, and music. Even the credits are creative. Producer, Stone. Good work, Stone. And that just takes us to the website for her trees. So that's the end of Puzzle House. This was an earlier game to what I've played last time, which was Puzzle Dream. That's like the most recent release from the series. This one is a lot shorter and not as many different puzzles in it. But it's still a nice, relaxing experience solving puzzles with our sometimes naughty kitty. He ate the little fish. Anyway, I hope you still enjoyed that one. And if you did, consider liking or subscribing. Thank you to channel members for supporting the channel. And I will see you soon on another adventure.